Ladies and gentlemen, lads and lasses of VUniverse, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry that Crab is not here today. He recently retired and he got boiled alive as well. Uh, someone out there is not right now eating boiled crab. I'm also here with my friends Do
Hello, I'm so sad about
and
Crab.
and Emphy.
Yeah, I'm sorry for his loss.
Oh,
Welcome, welcome.
I think the mic is picking up my Instagram being pulled up, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll just roll with it. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. I'm gonna mute my phone.
Do get off the Instagram reels.
My bad. The boys are sending Instagram reels, bro.
Do take a look at this Instagram reel. Look at this funny short. Look at it.
Look at this funny. Look at this photograph.
Look at it. Look at the thirst post, Do. Look at it.
Low key, we send each other that, even though we're all like, most of the majority of them are boys and have a girl. It's just like, you know what? Whatever. It's the funniest shit. Should we talk about general childhood experiences?
Yes. When I was a wee lad, I was thrown into a cabin.
What? Was that real?
What?
Is that true? Is that
No.
thrown into a
cabin? My mother threw me into the shed. I never saw daylight.
Oh God.
Yeah, he had to eat wood chippings for breakfast.
I did. I had to eat wood chippings like me cereal. My only friend was a hammer.
Oh my God. How many years were you in there? How many months? How many days? How many minutes?
A day.
Oh, it's the horror. The horror.
The horror. The horror. Childhood experiences. Welcome.
What other? Recently I went through my 2018 diary, and I went with it with my friends, which is so funny. So, we were going through my journal. It was really like, I guess like emo shit, you know? Like I was sad, depressed teenager. So
yeah.
And we were just going through it, scrolling through all of the relationships I've been in at that point. And it was just like, yep, just going through it. And it was like, it was so funny. I was like, I was having such a sad time, but now that I look back at it, it's so like funny to me, if that makes sense. So yeah, what the?
What the?
I'm getting massaged. Don't mind.
Jam, put that away. Put that away. Oh my God. Oh, wait, that's fine. This is fine. But that is not fine. Put that shit away. Smacks the hand.
Hey, yo.
Get one for yourself too. We all get head pats.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Empy, what are your childhood experiences?
Oh, well, speaking of like diaries, I have like a couple, but like they were weird because I was looking through one of them, and one of them, it's not even really a diary. It's I used to go through like encyclopedias and then write down the words I found most interesting. So you would see the most random things like like what's it called? Petroleum. Because I would choose anything I thought was interesting, and then I would write it down, and then I would make like a little field book out of it. Petroleum. I don't know why, because I didn't realize it was just oil.
Oil.
So I was like, what is this fancy new matter that can be used for so many things?
Amphi discovered the fifth element. Petroleum.
The sixth element.
Jam, how about you?
I don't know if I had a chat. I think I had some bad ones, but I know I had good ones as well. The first one comes to mind is accidentally throwing a rock at some kid.
I did the same thing.
No, here was my experience. I found a big rock in the playground. I threw it directly up in the air, not knowing there were consequences, and it came crashing down on one of the kids. Blood like kind of coming out of his face, and I think I gave him a concussion. I'm not too sure.
Attempted murder.
Oh no.
Oh my God. You know, I had a similar situation. So I was playing in the wood chips as a kid, and
The wood chips.
we were making a
Oh.
nest. We were making a nest for like the birds. I don't know. There's a lot of birds where we were at, and my friend and I were making like a bird's nest for birds, obviously. And
We're making a bird's nest for them birds, you know? Them birds in a bird nest, bird.
yeah, and this kid came up, destroyed the shit out of our bird's nest. Said it
What
was
the
said it
heck?
was like trash or something, and then he ran away. So I grabbed this rock that was coming from the library that was being built at the time. So I grabbed this giant ass rock, chucked it at the kid, and his on in his foot, and it was bleeding. And then I got sent to the principal's office. So little
But the
Okay, but it
me,
was
kid destroyed the
deserved.
bird's
it
nest.
was deserved.
It was
Didn't.
He did
deserved.
ruin the bird's nest. So
Speaking of
yeah.
bird's nest, there's a bird's nest
Oh
laying
yeah,
on
I
my
have.
gutter across in my at my house.
Mhm.
It's just a bird chilling on the gutter.
That reminds me of this one experience for some reason. So me and my friend in like first grade, we used to like step on ant piles because like it was kind of cool to see them all like scurry out. And so we would do that like out of boredom, like every time we were at recess.
Mhm.
And then this
Disturb an ant.
one kid came up to us and was like, "Look at this! I can stand in this ant pile without getting bit." And so he stood in the ant pile, and we were like, "That's not a good idea. You're gonna get bit." And he's like, "No, it's fine." And we just watched as like thousands of ants crawl up his legs, and we got scared, so we just kind of walked away while he was doing a Jesus pose on this ant pile. And so I don't think we saw him ever again after that.
he just got
He
eaten
just
by
got
ants.
eaten. Yes.
I only can imagine that Tom and Jerry meme for those ants where Tom is just looking up with the newspaper, hearing the noise above him. You know that meme?
I do not.
I do not.
I'm just imagining like ants are like just reading the news, and then all of a sudden there's a ruckus going on upstairs. Like, what's that noise going on in the colony? What's Martha doing?
Oh yeah.
What other childhood experiences have we had while I'm looking for this
Oh,
meme?
I have another one. It was just something stupid that I did. Cause like there's always dumb things you do as like a kid. So like one I decided it was a good idea to roll down the stairs. So I rolled down the stairs and I hit like the landing area. And the thing is, below the landing area is more stairs and tile. So I thought, well, I think it's a good idea to roll again because I got stopped at this landing with the carpet. So I rolled down again, hit the tile on my head,
Oh dear.
and started crying like, and then, but nobody heard me, so I just stopped crying and like walked away.
No one was watching, so you just
Yes.
turned off cry mode.
I
Oh,
turned
no one's
off the
watching.
crying
Oh
and
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the Tom and Jerry meme. Just looking up, you know, what that
Yeah.
racket up there? What's going on in the colony? Is the queen giving birth to another bunch of youngins? I don't know. Yeah, like I don't think I remember a lot of my childhood experiences. I know I've had good ones though, but like, you know, throwing a rock at a kid, that's for some reason it was an accident as well. I just don't think.
Mine was not an accident.
Mine was not an accident. Do straight up having a John Wick moment. You killed their bird's nest. Now they're gonna kill you.
Like you killed
She
my family.
killed Baba Yaga.
What other childhood memories do I have? I remember telling my cousin that I'm bi, and then she didn't understand what I was saying, so then we just fell asleep. She's like, huh?
I'm
And she's like,
yeah, I'm bi. Oh, okay.
Yeah, literally. Because I didn't know the consequences that I would have if I told people that I was bi. So then I just kind of like told everyone. And then I was like, okay, well, she didn't blame me for anything, so I guess it's fine. She was like 7. My cousin was 7 at the time. She's like, huh, okay. She just knocked out as we were sleeping on my bed, and I was like, okay. Yep,
Uh,
it's silly.
I didn't like the blobfish a lot as a kid. Now that I think of it,
The blobfish.
the blobfish. I don't know why. I felt like I hated that thing for no. I felt like I had a reason to hate it, but no reason at all.
Hmm.
It was just ugly. I think it was just ugly and reminded me of myself.
No. Right. Doesn't the blobfish look like a normal fish, just underwater?
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty normal. But then the
It-
moment you take it out of the high pressure, it explodes and turns into a blob.
Yeah, it's the most cartoonish, ugliest thing you would see if you pull it out of the water. But it's like, yeah, I'm a chill dude under the water. Oh, what's this? What's this? Ah, shit! Blob. Just gets yoinked from their homeland.
Mhm.
We're colonizing the ocean. They don't know it. Run the fish out their homes. Burn their villages.
No.
Take their coral.
No. Should we talk a little bit about the next topic? Does anyone announce the next topic?
I announced that I am gay. Wait, no, that's the wrong topic. Hold on.
Me too.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Oh, the next topic. Yes. So, gawr.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay.
Okay. So just like for everyone who sees this, we are aware of like what just happened this weekend, like yesterday with a certain spicy hot lava red VTuber. We are aware of that. It just was not on the agenda. We were not expecting that after Gura graduation announcement, and Mume recently happening as well. Very very shocked of what's been going on to Dude's cry. Dude's the only one who can fucking cry. Cry for us, do. And yeah.
Ah.
It's yours.
So yeah, talk about girl graduation. What would that mean for just Hololive as a whole?
Yeah, because she's like the biggest, like, I think, like, VTuber, like, almost like ever, like in Ian.
In EN VTuber
think
history,
in
the biggest
whole-
one.
Yeah.
I think
If
in the
like
entirety of Hololive, she's the biggest. Because if you look
yeah,
at their website, she's like the biggest out of all of them, 4.4 million subscribers. And then the next one was like Kobo, and then next one was the ID one, Indonesian.
Kobo's Indonesian.
No, yeah, Kobo's Indonesian, and then I think another one. I don't know.
She's
I
got
forgot.
just as much broken English as
Kobo's so funny.
Corone.
She's like, "Ah, ah, 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 ah." And then she's like, okay, fine, okay, all right. And then she's like, yeah. I love that clip.
Chat editor, can you just during when Dude was trying to do that impersonation, can you just put a PNG of a chihuahua there, please? Thank you.
That's what I was thinking.
But literally, that's how she sounds like.
Oh no.
The Beverly Hills Chihuahuas.
Oh my god, I love that movie. Oh my god. Okay, we don't want to go back to childhood experiences, but that movie was
unbelievably good movie.
Unbelievably good.
That movie is like vague in my mind. Like I watched it, but it's like
Cats and Dogs as well. Do y'all remember Cats and Dogs?
Do you remember Hotel for Dogs?
No, I never
did
seen
not.
I don't think I seen that one.
That was my favorite one. I love
Cats versus Dogs was literally just like cat and dog spies. It's like, yeah, that's funny. Look at that pigeon. He's stupid looking.
Spy Kids.
No,
No, I know.
no,
I
no.
just
Not
mean.
Spy
I just
Kids.
mean. I'm just mean like mentioning Spy Kids.
Yeah, Spy Kids. Yeah, but it was like cats and versus dogs.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, back to Gargura. Uh,
Yeah, no more movies.
no more
Fuck
movies.
your
No
dog
more.
movies.
No more. No more. We were talking about that last podcast, I think. So it's like, leave
What were we
it.
talking about last podcast?
We were talking about movies last podcast. Nintendo.
What were we talking
then
about
podcast.
movies?
Like I think it was either last podcast or the last podcast.
No, we were talking about how you're crushing on Young Gravy so much.
Oh my god. You always crush on Young Gravy.
We talked about Nintendo pricing for like 20 to 30 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fashion on VTubers, which I don't even think we talked too much detail about. Pop culture characters, celebrities, music, and child. And then we were going to do childhood experiences, which we never did because we were talking about Nintendo too fucking much.
Yeah.
Outrageous that Nintendo shit.
Well, Gargura is like the biggest out of all of Hololive, and I think the biggest in the world. She's the biggest VTuber in the world, and for that to graduate out of that, which she had good reasons to. Her health was like out, but generally, like I understand why. But man, all that progress just being gone is crazy to me. But yeah. What do you guys think?
I don't know. It's good that she's choosing to prioritize her health and stuff. I hope she kind of returns in some form or fashion. Like when she's feeling better. But like, I don't know. Why are you spinning?
I haven't been on a sailing in a while.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
You continue, Effie?
Oh, I think that's pretty much what I have to say.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope she returns.
I hope she returns too, but also
She's
prioritizes her
supposedly-
health.
She
Yeah.
might be returning as her old persona because there was that whole tweet like a month before that with she made a tweet
Yeah.
on the old account. It's like, oh shit, she might be leaving soon. So some people probably already speculated that she might be
Yeah.
graduating. They just weren't expecting it to be the next month.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even the next month. It was like in 2 weeks, basically.
It was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because she's graduating in early May.
Yeah.
So
And it's almost
yeah. So she's about to like different dots, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I love Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots is
Also,
good.
just to kind of like salute to the Dodgers or whatever team that Gura was supporting, you know.
Yeah, it's Dodgers.
Everyone is like, oh well, the baseball team's not gonna losing streak. I don't know about baseball. I'm just aware through the media that's like, yeah, this baseball team was winning with Gura. Now that Gura's like quitting, it's like, ah, shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, I heard something similar.
Yeah, I heard something similar as well.
The Dodgers fans like that
Poor
Spider-Man
Dodgers.
meme, you know. It's like he's Spider-Man just screaming no at the steamed.
Dodgers, LA Dodgers. Well.
Yeah, they'll never beat the swinger for the LA Lakers.
Lakers, Dodgers. What? Lakers is a basketball.
You will not know the quote. You will not know the quote, and it is
but
fine.
Still.
You will not know. You will not know the quote, and it will be fine.
Okay. Deal.
And I'll send you a video if I need to. But I guess like after going on to like Hololive, and speaking of Hololive, like companies versus groups versus solo industry VTubers, you know. You know, companies. We all know that companies will be forever twisted, no matter how wholesome the company may be. Nintendo. And then we have groups like us, which we're not. Well, maybe we're not the best example. We're probably better groups as an example that I cannot think at the top of my head. And solo VTubers, which is, would it also be us?
I guess
or like
so.
Bao, I guess Bao.
Yeah,
and...
Bao. Wait, is she in everything? I don't think so. No, that's VTuber.
No, I don't think so. She's independent. She just works with other people.
Yeah, yeah.
So Bao, Nime, and Shadow Lily, all are solo indie VTubers.
They just kind of collaborate more often with each other.
They're also just filthy rich.
Yeah.
That would be nice to have.
Yep.
Damn. Wish I was a woman.
Bro, you're already
Oh,
halfway
wait, hold on.
there
Wait,
with your
hold on,
model.
hold on a second. Wait, hold on. Ah, there we go. Finally, I'm a hot woman. Oh shit, I'm a hot woman. There we go. Perfect, lovely. Okay. Anyway, we were talking.
Oh my god.
There you are.
Jamathea.
Chemathea,
Jamathea.
yes, yes, queen. I got my nails
Yes.
done. Look at my nails, pretty nails.
Oh my
Ooh.
god. Okay. Well, okay.
I hate myself.
Um,
Would you
groups.
guys ever go into like a company, or do you guys prefer being solo or in a group? Since we've
It
experienced being solo and in groups.
it depends on what they're offering. Other than dental, if I have full creative freedom or at least 90% of it or whatnot, I'm fine with it. Though realistically speaking, that's most likely not gonna happen. If I'm working for a company, it's probably gonna also slap me under a new identity, and they
Yeah.
have full control of everything. Like Nichi Sanjia, for example, I would say they tend to be very micromanagey with their talents. That's why so many of them have left and became indie VTubers or VShojo VTubers. But it depends. If I get the opportunity, I might take it.
Mm.
Just because like there's still good money and it could
Mhm.
potentially like build my image in the future if I ever were to leave that company and start something independent.
Mm. I have a lot of thoughts about this topic. I almost got in a company, and that company ended up being shitty. And then I was like, I dodged a bullet. Uh, been in plenty of groups, and I've also been solo. So, uh, I I would prefer groups just because I like the working environment here. Like, it's very like freedom. Even though you don't get any money off of it, it's still like good to have like a support system and like a and a like a like like a supportive buddy. Like I don't know, like they kind of like keep you. What's it called? I can't think of the word. Uh,
Don't ask me. I'm not a dictionary.
well, I know that.
I'm illiterate.
I keep you
I
responsible.
can to
Keep you in check?
spell well.
What did you say?
Keep you in check?
Yeah, keep you in check or like keep you
Mm.
responsible. So like if
Yeah.
a friend is like there with you in a group, then it's like, oh well, if they're not, if did you stream today or like did you like do blah blah or whatever, then they keep you responsible, and that's how it's easier for you to keep motivated. Besides from being alone, you might have to like deal with like that like no like responsibility buddy, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you can still have friends. I think that's still like a good thing, but they're not there to keep you responsible, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if you're like struggling about quitting, if you're solo, it's more often than not they're gonna support you in quitting. But if it's like if you're in a group, they're gonna be like, yeah, stay. We're gonna need you here. We're very helpful and blah blah blah, right? So groups are very much like a thing that I really enjoy. Companies, I don't have much experience, but I have been in interviews with a bunch of like, well, not a bunch, but more like one,
I've been
one
more like
company,
one.
more like one. A company has interviewed me, and then they end up shitty, which I understood fully beforehand, and that's why I asked the community like, "Hey, why is this company getting so many graduations? Like, what's up with that?" And then I realized they dropped their YouTube branch, and you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
yeah, like they dropped their YouTube branch and ended up going to Irium, and I said no, I don't want Irium, I want YouTube. And after I canceled the interview with them, they dropped their YouTube branch. So even if I did do well on the interview, I wasn't gonna be in the YouTube branch anyways. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, it's just more like companies seem so rigid, and if you're in like a college, if you're in college or you have a job or you have like no good or you're really young, companies might not be for you if you're not experienced with how corporate works. Like if you have never had an office job, then I don't think you'll be like I don't think you'll be very happy in a company. But that's just my from my experience of what I've heard. I know in solo VTubing you can also have managers, which I've had a manager before, but it was very temporary. Even then, it was still helpful for like one-off advice, but overall, if it's like they're watching over you, I can't do that. I can't. I can't like have them watch over me like a hawk. I need to do my own thing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but if you're into
Yeah.
being a slave, then sure, go to a company. They'll tell you everything you need to do. You will be their content picker.
Mm.
I think for me, I think I would go into a company only because of like a lot of the benefits and stuff.
Mhm.
Dental.
Yes, exactly. But like, I think it's good. It's just more rigid, and you have to follow a lot more rules and stuff, like what you talk about
Mhm.
and like other things. And it's something I would do anyway. Just because I think like the benefits kind of outweigh like a lot of the negatives, depending on the company, of course.
Yeah.
Because some companies are just not good.
Mhm.
They're not even like companies like with VTuber companies. Some of them are like just like scam or
Yeah.
like people that think they could run a business when they can't. But for like bigger things like Hololive and stuff like that, that would be like a dream
Mhm.
for me.
Yeah.
Heck, I would even go into Niji Sanji, but even for like a temporary,
Mm.
Yeah, you
like,
gotta give them your Instagram though.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
and
that's such a weird question. Hey, can we have your Instagram? No, I don't even think I have that.
yeah, and then honestly, I like being in a group better than being solo. Being solo is nice, but for me, I struggle with like keeping in contact with people. I'm never the one to like contact people first. It just takes a lot of energy from me, and so I just don't do it. Like I care about the people and stuff. It's just I just don't contact them first.
Yeah.
So being in a group allows me to kind of keep in contact with people without having to worry about like, you know, like what they're doing or like um just like I guess what's the word? It's kind of like my brain went blank. My brain went blank.
My brain went
It's
blank.
kind of like I don't have to worry about losing contact with people and could still be like friends in the group.
Mhm.
And also it's easier to collab and stuff and plan events.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot nicer than being alone, I guess.
Mhm.
At least for me it is.
Yeah.
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 Not to mention, this is like a personal thing, but it's more like doing all of those applications are so tiring, bro.
Yeah.
Like doing all of the applications that companies offer, and you have to like list off like even your PC specs in the fucking application. I'm like, dude, I don't got time for this. I got school to
Oh,
do.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Now, what are
like
your PC specs?
they literally
I
asked
run a
me that.
toaster oven.
They asked me that, and I was like, "What?" But I understand why. Like, they need people who can do like 3D or like 2D or whatever. But I understand that.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow. I'm like doing all of these applications. Like, I've done so many, probably like around 10, 15. It's probably less than some people, but like all these applications, like they're so like tedious. It's like I have to type down everything, make sure they're all like blah blah blah. And I've seen it. I've seen videos about people who are like how to make your application VTuber application process simpler, and they just have a Notion page of like copy paste like certain things. It's
They
like
put up like 100-page slideshow from Adobe Slide or whatnot.
I you know maybe, but like overall
Is
like
that even the right program? I don't remember.
I don't know, but it's mostly Google Docs, Google app, Google Forms that they use, right? And or their
Hmm.
website. And I was like, okay, well, I just type it all in and blah blah. And I'm like, dude, already I have to film another video for this company. I'm like, dude, like it's so tiring sometimes. That's why like I think before you go to a company, you need to work on your own portfolio first. So that way when you do your application, it's like so easy because you have things, you don't have to think about it. You're just like, I did this, I did that. And then it's like, shit, well, they don't have a choice but to like call like interview you, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts. I have so many thoughts about this because I'm like, I think we all have tried applying to a company. Have you, Jam?
So I did audition before Unnatural,
Mm.
and I didn't make it in, and it was like with like the very first model I made, so I waited till I got a proper new model, and then I auditioned to Unnatural, and then that went to shit, and then I'm here. So technically, I've only auditioned like twice ever.
Mm.
I think I did submit it to Niji Sanji, but I used my real life personality than my VTuber just to see how that would go.
Mm.
I didn't know they would like ask for your full name either, so that's fun. They
They
could dox me
do.
anytime.
Yeah. They always
Come
ask
at
for
me,
your
Niji
full
Sanji. I
name.
got guns a blazing. Come at
Mm.
me.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't think I really auditioned much. I see them, I see it, but then I look at requirements and I look at my models like, no, they're not gonna want
A
me
dude.
because like
Yeah.
my model. Yeah.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
probably.
I'm a dude as well. If I was
Yeah.
like genuinely female, then maybe.
Yeah. Most
But it's like,
companies only do women, and it's like, why? Like,
yeah,
dude.
they took you. There's a chance like Emphy could get into Niji Sanji just because like personality and voice wise.
Mm.
Me, I have hair on my chest. They don't like that.
Mm.
They have a shaved fetish or something.
Shut up. Okay. But yeah, like that's so strange their requirements sometimes. But I understand why. Like Face Connect only gets to girls too. Yeah, I auditioned for Face Connect. I auditioned for Bond Live. I auditioned for did I audition for Idol? I don't fucking know.
You
uh
over here signing up to big names over here,
I did
trying to get
try to get
gentle
Face Connect.
whenever.
I tried to get into Face Connect. Like, dude, I was like, oh my god, my Oshi's in there. Like, shit, I kind of want to get in. But yeah, I don't know. But that's like selfish of me. I shouldn't be going to companies that have my Oshi in it just to like see my Oshi. That is so bad. Don't do that.
Is there an example we could use like that where it's like, oh, my Oshi, I got to be in the same group as my Oshi. Now I get to stalk him.
Hmm.
Is there an example like that? Or is it
There's Victoria Brightshield from Niji Sanji who recently graduated. Her favorite was Pomu, and then she graduated right when she joined. So it's like, damn. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's how it be.
fan effect?
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, shit, I almost did the same shit. Do you guys want to talk about VTuber managers now, or are we still hooked up
Yeah.
on? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all can talk about VTuber managers. I am my own manager, and I am a bad one at that.
Okay. I also have a bunch of topics on this. I chose a lot of topics that only I can talk about, I think.
No, we're able to contribute.
Okay, cool. I feel kind of like guilty about that, but it's fine. I've had 2 VTuber managers. Don't worry, I didn't date them. They're way older than me.
Why would you say that?
So because like, obviously it's like a meme. Like everyone's like VTuber
Oh
managers
yes,
date their
yes,
yeah.
Firefox bitch, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like no, not even her, but more people have done that, and I'm like,
More people.
oh,
Oh fuck.
even a person that I knew did that, and I was like, what? I don't know, it's shocking. Anyways, most
I
of
fired my manager, and he is sleeping on the couch right now as we speak. For a month, he'll be sleeping on the couch.
Oh
I'm
god.
very upset with him, and I am not affiliated with any of the actions that he has done.
Oh my god.
Cough, cough.
Business is business.
Business is business.
Okay, anyways, no more Firefox.
Okay, it's like
Fucking bullshit. Yeah.
the negative zone of like it is what it is.
Yeah. um I've had 2 VTuber managers. One was because I auditioned for a group and I got in and they had a VTuber manager in there and they managed us and stuff like that to like it was more or less so to broaden the manager's portfolio, if that makes sense. and then it broke down, blah blah blah. Then I commissioned a manager for like a day, an hour, maybe 3. And we just talked about like my uh branding, my content, and how to improve from here. Both of them said I'm very burnt out, so I'm like, yep, well, what am I gonna do?
Well, fuck.
Well, fuck. But yeah, so I had 2 VTuber managers that were very like supportive of me. One more than the other, but obviously it's because I knew the other one more than the other. But overall, they were very kind. And I recommend having one, even if you're young, but like a young VTuber. But it's more so useful if you have a more of a bigger fan base, anyways. So you might have to build your portfolio more than I have. Yeah.
Yes, what's my portfolio? Oh, it's just me screaming and yelling a bunch of things. Okay, yeah, that's a great portfolio. Envy, what about you?
Well, I've never had like a VTuber manager before. I think they're a really good like resource, and honestly, I would say that um it kind of depends on your situation. If you're already finding success, then you might not need a manager. If you're struggling with things like scheduling or like burnout or um like what to do next or like how to get successful, then you might need a manager. I know I probably need a manager. I'm like really bad at like scheduling and like just taking the time to even like stream or like do my videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know I would find a lot of help from a manager to like get me set straight, you know?
Yeah.
But like for now, I'm kind of dealing with it on my own, just like kind of chilling. I mean, cause I'm kind of doing it more as like a hobby, so in that case, it might not be as necessary to have like a manager, cause I might not find like a career at this point. Um, but it's still something I would like to do and continue to do.
Yeah. Totally see that. How about you, Jam? Did you talk already? I don't know. I forgot.
Uh, I kind of feel like I'm in the same boat. I don't really have a opinion on managers, knowing because I don't really have a manager. Never bothered to get a manager. I think the resource of having a manager is great though because you can be kept in check. They'll for fuck's sake they'll manage. So they are they're keeping you in check. They're making sure that like if you're in burnout or not, they keep you on schedule. Uh, I think they're a great thing, but it's more or less up to you. It's more or less if you have the time for it. It's more or less if you have the money for it. It's just it's like trying to get a dog. Do you have that? Do you have this? Do you have everything? At that point, you're just getting a pet that takes care of you.
No, it's not how it is. But
That's how I'm saying it. That's
okay, I think
I look at him like a pet.
Jam, you would be very you would enjoy having a manager, even if it's just for an hour, just to get advice, like I did.
Right?
You would benefit a lot because like we're burnt out. I think Emphy, are you burnt out? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we'd all benefit
Oh,
from a VTuber manager,
why
to
are we
be
called
honest.
VUniverse? We should just be called a V burnt out.
Be burnt out.
Be
Kind
burnt.
of sounds like we burnt out.
V burnt out. Uh,
But yeah.
V burnt out. Yeah,
Be burnt out.
I want to give up.
I sure hope not. Don't do that. No. But overall, like, I think that if you need help with scheduling or like getting things like back up and running, then managers would be helpful just to like have like not even like have them for a month, have them for like a day. Like just like have them just to plan things out. And it's really helpful because most of them have like what is it called? Marketing or business majors anyways, or like bachelor's degrees or whatever, blah blah blah. But overall like they have plenty of more experience in like managing things than we VTubers do.
Yeah.
I know I have one of my managers that I had, Atlius, he was a manager for a bunch of like bigger VTubers, bigger than me, obviously. And he gave me examples of how they do things, especially in the ASMR field, because I was still doing ASMR at this time. And he often warned me about the audience and stuff like that about ASMR. And obviously, I realized that, and I said, okay, never mind, I don't want to do ASMR. But like, very helpful, like just like advice, even if you have them not even for a month, but have them for a day. It's just very good to have them for like, well, how can I keep going, and how can I do things?
What is the will to live?
What is the will to keep going? What is the will to keep VTubing? You know what I mean? And I think that the biggest inspiration that I have right now is Matara Khan, because they've been VTubing for like a decade and more. And like when I see Matara, they're a cockroach, obviously, and that kind of like represents like
Yeah.
how they are as a person. They don't give up. And that's how they're so successful now, is because, well, they don't give up. So yeah, that's like something I saw from like a video that I saw Camila and Matara Khan talking about why they don't, like, why they're successful and stuff like that while they were playing Power Watching Simulator. So that was pretty fun and entertaining to watch. So yeah.
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 Should we
Yeah.
talk about
They burnt out.
yeah, and like VTuber struggles and advice and stuff?
Oh yeah, okay. I want to start off with that one because I've been starting off most of the conversation. So
Empathy.
I can talk about my own struggles.
okay, yeah.
Well, I know like for me, my biggest struggle is just finding the motivation to stream.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have like real life stuff happening a lot
Mm-hmm.
and like a lot of like burnout, and I like fight my energy levels.
Mm-hmm.
So like sometimes I just don't have the energy to stream.
Yeah.
And I find like it's been really hard to find a moment where I could have the energy to stream and
Mhm.
like be myself and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm working on.
Mhm.
Honestly, like if you have advice for like chronic fatigue, please let me know in the comments cuz it's so bad.
Yeah.
But like yeah,
If y'all have cocaine, I would gladly take some. I am tired.
I am tired.
We're all
I'm so
tired.
tired.
I need that Cuban cocaine, please.
I'm so tired
Put
too.
it in my
But
coffee.
yeah.
Cube my cocaine, you know, like a little sugar cube, drop it in my coffee, stir it around, that'll definitely get me working.
I don't think it'll get you working. I'll play out of commission.
I've been drinking
I'm
Dr.
working. I'm
Pepper
like passed
floats
out,
to
overdosed on the floor.
get up.
Yes, Dr. Pepper. Okay, sorry, I had to like cheer for that. Well, personally, advice for you, Empty, it would probably be like you say you're very fatigued, very tired.
Yes.
You can still add that into your content. You know what I mean? Like it's you just have to press the start streaming button.
Just do
Be
what
like,
I do and just have a sleep stream.
you don't even have to have like a streaming. It could just be a video. Just be like, hey guys, here's my experience with chronic fatigue or something. You know what I mean? And it's like it doesn't have to be super, like, it's not that serious. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm streaming and I'm gonna be hyped today. It's gonna be like, I'm so fucking tired, guys. You have no idea. It can be relatable content. You know what I mean? And that's what I see a lot. In that I don't see a lot in VTubers. In real life streamers, like not streamers, but content creators, like I don't know, they talk about their chronic fatigue a lot, so it's like, why not VTubers do the same? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my kind of advice.
It's like I feel like I have to be 100% all the time, otherwise I can't do it. Which is like really, I don't know. It's like I could do like other things, but it's like motivation. I really want to be 100% when I stream. Otherwise I feel like I can't be fully like myself, I guess. But I also know like it's a good thing to just keep going So
Mm.
I might just like make more content talking about some of my struggles,
Mhm.
or like even just more chill streams.
Yeah. My mom says this a lot, but she says this in according to marriage. But I think it 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 like it's kind of the same thing to VTubing too.
According to marriage.
It's kind of the same thing, but it's most like it's
I
like give.
pronounce you and your career husband and wife.
And I kind of like say it as like she says have 90% to yourself and 10% to others, right? And I think the same thing can go to VTubing. Like you don't have to have your 100% out there. It can just be like more like I have low energy for this, but in the long run, I know I'm gonna enjoy this anyway, so might as well just fucking do
Yeah.
it, you know? And it does,
Mhm.
and it also like explore different types of content, you know what I mean? Um, like for me, I do a lot of exploration. Like today, I posted like a reaction video. It's like funny as fuck, I guess. It's in my opinion. Uh, but like when it comes to VTubing, it's like the world's your oyster. Just do it. No one's gonna know who you are technically, but but overall, like fuck it, we ball essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to like make super like hyper content. Like people are still gonna enjoy the mellow and calm. Like there's ASMR streamers for a reason. There's like chill streamers for a reason. You know what I mean? So why
Mhm.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have advice for MP Jam?
Do I have advice?
Or even you
Honestly,
could talk about your struggles.
Yeah, you can too.
uh,
Yeah, do that too.
honestly, this just goes for like everyone. If you're a smaller end content creator, try not to give a fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm told this every day, and it always affects me somehow. But if you just start off with the mentality of just don't give a fuck, just do what you want to do at the moment, no one's gonna care, no one's gonna watch you anyway, just do it. And then you'll grow a fan base or whatnot over time, and then you can start like trying to set up schedules or set up more of your persona, be more energetic.
Mhm.
Uh, that's what I've been doing for most of my streams as of late, where it's like no one's really watching. I guess I can just leave the stream overnight and just come back tomorrow and continue off where I was doing before. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
it's not it's not great, but but better to just not give a fuck.
I think that's overall like good advice in general, especially if you're starting out. Like, uh, don't give a fuck at the moment, but if you want to give a fuck later, you can. you know, um,
Yeah,
cause it's like if no one's watching, it's okay to be like hyper too, and it's also okay to be mellow. You know what I mean? If it's just a hobby or like you're just starting out, it's okay to take things easy on yourself because you're just starting out. But if you're like, I don't know, like 3 years in, then like maybe you want to pick up the pace and pick up the pace. If you want to do it now, you can do it now. It doesn't have to be so serious, but you know, if you want it to be serious, you can't have it serious. Who cares? Do what you want to do.
yeah.
Honestly, I have like advice for just streamers in general or content creators. When you're first starting out, the numbers are going to be small, and it will stay small for a while. Only
For a
when
long while.
yeah, for a long while. And um you'll only notice like kind of like if you go into like a bigger creator stream, you'll notice they get like tons of like gifts like every second, or like they get tons of follows every second. It's kind of like a snowball effect. Uh you start out really slow with a small snowball, and then as it goes downhill, it grows bigger and goes even faster and faster. So you'll only really notice tons of follows or tons of this or viewers when you're already there.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're gonna stay small for a really long while.
Mm-hmm.
Um and then only when you're really made it do you actually see like the big numbers.
Yeah.
Because the jump from one viewer to like even like 75 viewers is a huge like hurdle for many people. Even to get to like 3 average viewers is actually a huge hurdle too,
Yeah.
because there's like millions of us out there
Mm-hmm.
just making content. So it's hard for people to know who to choose
Mm-hmm.
to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean you're a bad content creator if like you have smaller numbers. Just know that if you have like 3 viewers or something, you're already above average
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like viewing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, just don't worry about it for
Yeah.
a long while.
Mm-hmm.
Just work on your content.
Yeah, yeah. It's very good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I start? With my struggles.
Yeah.
I didn't think about this before. I mean, I have, but I don't. I don't know if I don't vocalize it very often. Obviously the burnt out. I mean, feeling. I struggle a lot with like obviously the rebranding, but nowadays I haven't been struggling as much, especially since MP like no, and I'm like okay.
Oh yeah, MP literally grabbed a bottle of a spray bottle and sprayed dew when she was
Yeah.
about to rebrand.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what, you're right. And I was like, oh shit, well okay. But lately I've also been struggling on making content that I enjoy. Um and having the motivation to make that kind of content. It's also like why I've been trying to shift my content towards like study streams and like just like casual, not so serious like gaming. Like all my focus goes to the game instead. It should just be like more like just chatting with like some studying, co-working stuff. Cause like I'm a college student, so it's like why not make that into my content? But overall, like I think my struggle is like making content that I enjoy because um I try to go where the wave is going, if that makes sense. Like I'm trying to go where the viewers are going, and it's like if I do that, I won't be happy. So why not just make content that makes me happy at the moment, and then kind of shift it if people are actually just interested in me? Then yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think my struggles is that even though I just said the advice of don't give a fuck, I still part of me still gives a fuck, and it puts me in this mood of like, why does it matter?
Mm.
I stream whatever at this point. Like most of my stuff has always been fighting games, but most of the audience I have seen the built off of are people who come from the matches. They say GG's, they'll give me a follow and never return.
Mm-hmm.
So most of my following is just people who followed me just cuz and then not really actually give a fuck about what I actually do there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I've a lot of friends, and there's a lot of friends that I've made, and of course that's always good. I think like I think the most um man, I cannot speak today. Fuck.
It's okay.
I have hosted 2 tourneys in the past 2 months. Both have gone well. I've gotten a high amount of viewers. About exceedingly like 13 was probably the highest it's reached. But I was not happy at all because next day I streamed, it was like I'm back to 0. And
Mhm.
most of so it's like, yeah, those people are for are there for the tournament, and that's great and all, but I'm hosting a tournament once a month, and that doesn't really make me happy because I fucked it up
Mm.
earlier this month. And most of those people were just there because like some other dude had invited them to the
Mm-hmm.
tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just hate my streaming stuff currently at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think I hate it all.
Maybe you need to start like looking at other content too, and start finding other things too,
Mm-hmm.
I did
just
do
to
that.
take a break
From all the
from it
fighting
maybe.
games, yeah.
Yeah, from like the fighting games and stuff.
Yeah.
I
So
did do
like,
that actually.
yeah.
I had streamed Devil May Cry
Mm-hmm.
first time playing it, and it was something.
Mm-hmm. Then again, you could also just be a shorts god. Like, just be like, You know, like making reels or shorts or like whatever TikToks, and then just like keep posting that. You don't even have to stream; just keep posting that, and then like eventually, if you want to stream again, then just make that stream, and then we'll get more viewers than you usually do on those since you made so much like shorts content. But also, I also see this as like a jam is kind of like you're kind of going through a self-discovery moment at this time, and it's like it's
Yeah.
kind of like okay, you don't need to rush.
Self-discovery. I've learned that I am bi, gay, asexual demigod. Oh my god.
Demigod. But not necessarily in that way, but more like in a content wise, you know, like you're just discovering things. I'm also discovering things.
Yeah.
Like I, as I said, I'm making more reacting. I'm not making more, but I just made a reacting video. Like it's like just there, you know. I feel like people need to see me for more of my personality than, you know. It could be the same for you, Jam. Like instead of like showing off like skill or like something like that, it's more like show off who you are instead of showing off what you can do, if that makes sense. And it's mostly like you're very funny. In my personal opinion, you're a funny
Yeah.
guy. You know, like you could definitely do just chatting streams. And even if no one's there, you can make a video of it and just like fuck it, we ball. You know what I mean? Like just like
Yeah.
make a bit and then just like roll with it. You know what I mean? You're very good at that. Like you go on the ceiling sometimes. It's really funny. I'm like, okay, you know, he's just doing jam things, you know. And
Yeah.
I think that's okay. Like you don't have to be uh one niche, and sometimes it's okay to discover other niches. And it's okay to lose that bit of viewers, or even if there's no dip, it's just like fine, that's fine. Just keep going and just like keep the ball rolling a little bit. Which
Yeah,
is
because you
okay.
want to find people that watch you for you rather
Yeah.
than just for like the tournament or just for this or just for fighting games.
Yeah.
You want to find people that like really care about you
Mhm.
and really want to see you grow.
Mhm.
And usually I found those people just doing random things that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And usually it just happens on occasion, like one of my viewers, my more regular viewers, uh is now was blah 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 blah. they they showed up one day in a Roblox stream and they never left since.
Mhm.
And so, and I still remember the stream too.
Mhm.
And like sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
Like it's really random.
Mhm.
Like you never know when your next viewer is gonna show up. That's gonna be like regular, and you just have to make sure you're enjoying yourself because people can sense when you're not, or when you're looking at the views. Because like I know my mood will suddenly go down if I take a look and I have like one or two viewers,
Mhm.
and then I'm like, oh, they don't like me.
Mhm.
They're not enjoying what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So then my mood goes down, and then suddenly I'll get comments in the chat like, are you okay? What's wrong?
Mhm.
And so like they can sense it.
Yeah.
Like they can really tell. So like you just have to like literally take off that viewer like thing and pretend you have like a lot of viewers at a time.
Mhm.
Like that's what I do. I pretend
Yeah.
I'm like talking to a lot of people,
Yeah.
even if I'm talking to only like 3.
Mhm.
And then it works because it actually brings energy into the stream because people are actually kind of curious
Mhm.
and want to know more about you because you're taking the time to really talk to them and be yourself
Mhm.
rather than constantly looking at who's watching.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
they enjoying it? Are they enjoying it?
Mhm.
Are they enjoying what I'm saying? Am I saying something right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, like I would also say like people, if you are not enjoying what you're doing, people are going to notice that, and if you're not enjoying it, they're not enjoying it. So it's very based off like you need to be more, not need, but more like you want to be more like happy when you stream, you know what I mean? And that means doing things you enjoy. So like I know you enjoy fighting
Even if
games.
it's chill.
Yeah, even if it's chill, like just like relax, you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
as you said, don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Don't give a fuck.
But also like just enjoy what you're doing. Like have something you're really interested in. It can just be watching you're reacting to like fighting game stuff. It doesn't even have to be playing it. It can just be like, oh, this guy was like doing really well, and you're just analyzing every piece of like the movements or whatever. But you know, that can also be just that. It doesn't have to be like you can make low effort content and it's okay. People do it all the time, anyways. So
Yeah.
sorry if that was not helpful, Jam.
No,
Yeah.
it was helpful. I think I just said myself down too much.
Yeah, which I see that a lot, and we want you to succeed. So it's like,
Yeah.
we give advice because we care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, we're all like good friends here, so it's like, you know, we want to see each other succeed and be like, yeah, we're together, and it's successful in the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a fun ride for sure.
Yeah, like for
Hell
example,
ride.
I really enjoy like growing with other people. That's why I enjoy groups a lot. Going back to the group versus solo thing, that's why I enjoy groups so much. Cause like I get to grow with a good bunch of people and just have fun, and it's great.
Yeah, I love seeing. My favorite thing is when we get to like all hang out together, even if it's just like in a podcast like this, just talking about whatever, or like collabing. It's really fun. It's really really fun.
Yeah.
And we get to grow each other, and we get to have like inside jokes with the group and stuff like that. Dr. Seven.
Dr. Seven.
Mr.
I don't know. I got thirsty after all this dooming and glooming.
Hey, let me get a sip real quick. Let me get a sip.
Hey.
Back, I say, back.
Harassment! Harassment! Gun HR! My God.
Speaking of oh wait, we don't have much time anymore, but whatever.
No, continue, finish,
Okay,
whatever.
okay.
2-hour episode, we're doing it, everyone.
What inside jokes do we have? I know I made that like, why does your Lawrence look like Cap Crab? Tiny corn, yeah. Gem.
Cow, finding a fucking cow. I don't think I have an inside joke personally. I think I made inside jokes for others, but I never like had an inside joke about myself.
Jamathan.
I guess there is Jamathan. There's always all the different jam names. Jamiroquai, Jammer, Jamboni, Jamaron.
Yeah. Jamron, LeBron James, LeBron
Jamron
Jam.
James. LeBron James. Here we are. Greatest NBA player for the LA Lakers.
Tweaking out because I know he's not from the Lakers.
LeBron James not for the LA Lakers?
He's not in the LA Lakers. I think he's in.
Wait, I thought he was.
I thought he was in the LA Lakers.
What?
I'm looking it up. LeBron James.
No. Let me guess. He was part of Toon Squad.
Oh, he was in Lakers, but what else was he in?
Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah. What other teams?
He's still in the.
He's still in Lakers? Damn.
Lakers.
That was dumb. I was being stupid.
Wow.
Okay, whatever.
I am not the dumb one for once.
You're never the dumb one, Jam. You're just a little silly.
He's the silly guy.
Tell
He's
that
the
to my
funny
IQ.
man.
Tell that to my IQ test. That is a 1-2.
I don't even know what my IQ is. I think I'm just average.
I don't know either.
I think
mine is average too.
Yeah, it's average for both of us then.
Why?
Wait, what is? Hold on, I have like an autism.
Mine says below average. Is that good?
They did like a
test
for my autism test.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did like
IQ.
the IQ test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like other stuff. I have high in pronounceability in pronouncing things like English words.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I'm good at.
Yeah. They said, I don't know, when I had my test for special education when I was in high school, they said my spelling and my vocabulary was college level, and I was like, what? I'm a freshman in high school anyways. But other than that, that's only things I was good at. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm bad at math.
I'm bad at
I
math
can't do
too.
math.
We're
Holy
all
shit.
horrible at math. I don't even know what 2 + 2
It
is.
took us forever to do the schedule.
Yeah. The scheduling was so hard. I was struggling so hard, and then Jan was like looking at the calendar, like analysis, like and I was like, like what's 1 + 1? What's 2 + 2? Eesh.
Yeah, now I have a calendar next to my computer where it's like I have when the podcasts are marked and when comics scheduling is marked. Hey,
Very
speaking of which,
smart.
we did 3 comics this month, which that
Yeah.
was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if we'll be doing that again for next month in May, but it was good to know that we did 3 3 comics this month.
Were we supposed to have 4?
No, we were supposed to do
No,
3 this
3.
month. We had the Amphi exploding the Earth one.
And that was
That
the
one
last
was
one
like a
that we're
bit.
doing this month?
That was the last one. Was a
Yeah.
bit late, but it was. I'm pretty sure it's on Mange for just not having a script, even though it's like Amphi sneeze, Earth blow up.
Yeah. That was really fun to color. I was like doing
Yeah, I
really
had
good.
fun with that.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah.
simple, so it was like
Yeah.
brought me back to the drawing.
Yeah, of course. Shall we
Yeah, I
end
don't
it
want to.
here?
I don't want to do anything like too complicated because I know like not everyone knows how to draw hands.
I hate drawing hands.
Everyone hates drawing hands. Have you seen mine? Have you seen my nails? Look at that. Where's my middle finger?
Yeah, guys, look at my
Hey,
hand.
yo, what's
I
this
don't even have
hand
a
doing?
pinky.
Look at this hand.
What's that hand doing?
Look at this hand that I have, guys. Totally have a hand.
Oh, what is that hand doing? Just gonna. No one saw that. It's
Oh, no,
just giving me a massage.
it's trapped. I can't move the hand.
Oh no! Oh no!
I can't move the hand.
I can't move the hand either. I'm big
Here,
out of
hold
the
on.
way. Ah!
Okay.
Hold on.
I got it
Hold on.
back.
I got it. I
Nice.
got it. Oh wait, where'd it go? Okay, well, I'm just.
Oh
on for
no!
you.
Ah!
Ow! Ow!
Yeah.
Ow! Ow!
There's a bunch of fucking things flying around the screen. Get the thing. Get the
Ah!
things. There we go.
Whack-a-mole.
Whack a thing.
Whack a thing. Okay. We should probably end it here. I have to go in 30 minutes, but it's okay. If you want to continue, I can, but I also have to do. But
I think we can just end the episode here. I don't
Okay.
think we have anything else to bring up.
Yeah. Okay. I will see you guys later, and bye bye.
All right.
Viewers.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, have a good one.